Hey, this is Kellie Raspberry.
And this
not
is Alan
from
Evans.
Wait, baby.
Oh, sorry, babe. I
Not
jumped right in
from
there.
not for
so
much
eager.
longer. This is Kellie Raspberry for now.
Yes.
And this is my fiance, Alan Evans.
Alan Evans. I was so eager. I just jumped right over you there.
I know, because I was about to say, this is the last episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin' before I officially become Mrs. Evans. Yay!
Oh, yay.
It's very exciting, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, baby.
No, I think I interrupted you right off the bat.
I'll only interrupt you on purpose after we're married.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen.
But there's been a lot going on. I mean, I think at this point in the game,
Yes.
hey, no matter if we've forgotten anything, if we've done anything wrong, if we've done anything right, we're getting married on July 1st.
Well,
So
we are getting married. We're
Yeah.
planning on getting married.
we're
And
planning on it.
Well,
we are.
We have a whole wedding planning timeline that we have posted online, and we still have a few things to do.
Yeah. So when Alan proposed to me back in February, a minute after he proposed, he surprised me with KellieandAlan.com. And on that, he really surprised me because not only did he post the very first text message exchanges we had on Bumble, which I guess are Bumble exchanges, which I was really surprised you did that, babe, but I let you do it because,
Why are you surprised?
well, that was kind of personal stuff. Excuse me.
It was personal, but there was nothing.
it's just
there was
still-
nothing untoward. There
It
was
wasn't
nothing
untoward, but
there
it's
was
still a little bit embarrassing.
There was nothing lewd.
It wasn't lewd, but it's still embarrassing because it's kind of, revealing. It was like our
Well, hey.
very first.
That's the deal with us. We pull back the kimono. We pull back
Yeah.
the curtain. We open the kimono and pull back the curtain, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you say?
I've never heard the kimono thing, but that's fine. Is that a Filipino thing?
No, it's a Japanese thing.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know. But my fiance, by the way, is half Filipino. But yeah, so I let you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I let you. I didn't say you couldn't do that. So you did that with KellieandAlan.com. But not only that, you talked about our proposal, all the planning that went into that, and you've been doing the wedding timeline.
Yeah. And the seeds for that website had been planted before the proposal, actually. I had thought about that, thought about doing a website and posting because I had looked at some other bride and groom websites, and I thought they were really cool. I thought it was a great idea. And I thought, well, why not us? Why can't we have one?
Why not us? And you're so sweet because you surprised me with it. And you've really done all of that yourself. I just check it every day to see how many days left until our wedding. And wow, there's only like 2 now.
Yeah, really.
That's kind of crazy. But another thing, part of we'll get to on another podcast is I knew Alan was going to propose this year. I just did not know when because of the bucket list we made right before New Year's Eve. And this is a little sneak peek, one of the items on Alan's bucket list was to propose to me in 2017. So I knew it was going to happen. I wasn't completely in the dark about that. I had no idea when it was going to happen, though. And I was actually getting a little bit impatient, and I was a bit of a butthead right before you proposed.
Well, okay, so we'll pull back the kimono a little bit here on the whole proposal thing.
So pulling back the kimono, that's a new thing we're going to start saying.
Well, I keep saying pull back. I think it's open the kimono and pull back the curtain. Right. Okay. Anyway, So some inside scoop here. I did put on that bucket list I was going to propose to Kellie this year. However, I didn't tell her when.
Right.
But Kellie made it very apparent to me that she has a set vacation schedule.
Yeah, that's what I told Alan. I said, look, when we get married, do you want to go on a honeymoon immediately, or do you want to get married and postpone the honeymoon?
No.
He said, no, I want to get married and leave. I said, well, here is my 2017 vacation schedule. And it was either going to be we had to get married over spring break, which that wasn't going to happen. Because, I mean, this was literally, we made this list on December 30th, right? It was the night before or the night before.
Yeah, we did. But we had been talking about, we'd been looking at rings and talking about it here and there back October 2016.
Right.
So you
remember that.
Yeah. So you had told me, okay, if things kind of progress and we end up, getting married or getting engaged and then married, here's my timeline. Right. So I knew the timeline. Okay. So I started planning this proposal way back in the last 3 months of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So early in the year comes up and we're going through January, no proposal. We're going through early February, no proposal. And I remember us going to dinner one night. I think it was in early February, still no proposal. And we went to a Mexican restaurant and we didn't get into a fight, and I don't even think it was an argument, but you were very animated in reinforcing to me that you had a set vacation schedule.
It wasn't, you can't say it was a fight, but it was a very strong, sad and dark discussion.
Right.
Because I knew, like I said, I knew you were going to propose this year, but I'm starting to think if he doesn't propose now, that means we're going to have a Christmas wedding.
Yeah.
And that's going to be bad because there's just a number of things. I didn't want to wait that long. I didn't think you wanted to wait that long. I knew your lease was coming up on your apartment.
Lease is up June 30.
Yeah. Well, no, it was actually May.
May 30.
You thought it was up June 30th, but it turns out it was actually up May 31st, and then you had to extend it, right?
Right.
So I just knew there's a lot of things. And so here it was the beginning of February, and I was starting to get kind of mad, honestly, because men don't understand. Women need a minute to be engaged, because being engaged, if you've been engaged or if you are engaged, this is the glory time for a woman. This is when everybody asks to see your ring. This is when everybody's excited for you. This is when all the planning and the excitement and the anticipation is. And then once you get married, people stop caring. They stop asking to see your ring. It's just over. It's like our big build up to Christmas, but it's the big build up we've been waiting for since we were in kindergarten. And so I needed a minute to be engaged.
Okay, now here's the deal.
And I couldn't make you understand that. I need a minute to be engaged and to plan a wedding. And here it was February. No, and then here I'm sounding like such a nag.
Oh.
But this is truly how I felt. I was starting to get upset because I knew if we were getting married, it's probably going to have to be over my July vacation break.
No.
Which meant now it's already February. And that means now we've got less than 5 months, and I was just starting to get very upset.
Now, here was the hard thing for me, because I knew all this, because you had reinforced this to me, your vacation schedule and so forth. But that night that we went to the Mexican restaurant and had dinner and had this discussion.
Yes, and I was in the parking lot about to cry.
Yes. Not 10 feet from you in my car was your engagement ring.
How was I supposed to know that?
That I picked up that day. No, well, you weren't supposed to know that, but I had a plan.
But I didn't know you. But see, that still takes away the point was that I needed to be engaged for a minute. That's beside the point.
Right.
So you still managed, and people can't believe you managed to surprise me. Even though I knew I was getting engaged, I was still surprised by you pulling it off. You've got the best, poker face? Because it's really hard to pull off surprises. Somebody always screws it up, as based upon my birthday this year, when everybody's trying to pull a surprise for me, and people can't help it. I'm sitting right here, and Justin says, "You got it?" Justin, part-time Justin from the show. "Oh, you got anything fun coming up?" I'm like, "No, not really." He's like, "Oh, come on, your birthday in Vegas." I'm like, "Well, thanks, Justin."
Poor Justin.
I didn't know that.
Well, here's the deal about pulling off a good surprise.
Yeah.
Here's the tip for you. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. And so, and you would, even as mad as I got and as upset as I got, I'm standing there in the parking lot about to cry, and you're just telling me, "Trust me, just trust me." You wouldn't say, "Kellie, your ring's in the car." And you wouldn't do it.
And in the end, what happened?
I'm so happy you surprised me.
Okay. So we got through that it wasn't even a rough patch. It was just... I
was upset.
Well, you were upset. You didn't know what was going to happen.
Yes.
I knew what was going to happen. I had a plan. I was going to execute my plan. I did. You're happy. And here we are.
And if you want to read the actual proposal, there's no need in going through it again. I'm sure some of you are wishing we would just go ahead and tell you, go to KellieandAllen.com. That's KELLIE and ALLEN.com. Our entire engagement story is there, the proposal story, and all the pictures, because you had a photographer there. And
I posted the video from the Kid Craddock Morning Show of you guys the next day when you told the story on the air.
Yeah, so the whole thing's there. We don't need to reiterate that. But the wedding planning, the minute we got engaged, the first thing we did was we started looking for a venue. And that was really hard because with there being about 5 months to plan a wedding, in July, everything was booked. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't booked, it was stupid expensive or really far away. That was the thing. There are
many, many nice venues.
Beautiful.
But man, if you want to cut down on travel time for people in Dallas, for people, in the suburbs, some of the places we were looking at were 2-hour drives for a lot of people.
Some places we never even went. We were driving there and realized this is such a far drive for us, and we're not even there yet. We're not even going to go look at it, because the problem was, what if we got there and fell in love with it? and then we'd really be disappointed. So we would just turn around and go home. But we finally found the spot, and it's, it's not like I'm settling for it. I'm happy with it. Aren't you happy with it?
Oh, yeah. I'm
very happy with the location.
Yeah, very nice.
Of course, after the fact, we're going to post tons of pictures. We're asking people, I hope they don't get upset. We're asking people not to take pictures during the ceremony because we've seen too many disasters online and everybody's got their cell phones out. We want them to be in the moment with us. We have professional photographers and videographer there. So, but man, the minute we say I do and they dismiss us for the cocktail hour, I want everybody to whip out their phones. They're all going to be using the hashtag AbracabooYES because JC came up with that fun little, because, Alan does magic. And so you can follow along on social media this weekend. Hopefully you won't see anything too embarrassing, but it's going to be fun. It's just a big celebration. So follow along, on all the social media with the hashtag AbracabooYES, and you'll be able to keep up with the wedding. It's fun.
It is fun. Speaking of that unplugged thing, that's a pretty cool idea. I had never heard of that, honestly, until about a month ago, until your friend and wedding planner, Deontay, brought that up to us.
Yeah, when she said unplugged, at first, the first thing I thought was, you want us to not use microphones? I didn't really understand what she meant by that.
I thought no media at all, like, period, at the ceremony or the reception. That's the first thing I thought. And I was thinking, wow, I don't know that there'll be a lot of people cool with that. But
not especially you. You love social media.
I do. It's fun.
You really are engaged.
It's fun.
But, I get what she's saying, and I would never have thought twice about it. But then she says, because she's seen so many weddings, that you see people not just with their cell phones out, with their big old iPads out, and everybody's holding them up above their heads. And you got the videographer trying to catch the bride coming in, and all you see is everybody's phones and iPads in the air. And then you see the videos on YouTube where people just fall out in the aisle because they're so busy filming, and it's just a bad scene.
This poor girl, Deontay posted a video. This poor girl actually fell, like you say, fell into the aisle, knocked down a barrier. The bride stops with her father, right smack dab in the middle of the aisle, just looking at her. She gets back up. They pull up the barrier, and then she pulls that phone up and keeps filming. And
I would have been, not only that, there was like all the flower arrangements. They had to have the people, the coordinate, come pick up all the greenery out of the ground. They literally stood there. Felt like an eternity. It was probably about 30 or 45 seconds. And the girl just got her phone up and started filming again. I would have been horrified.
It's a little embarrassing and funny at the same time. But hopefully nothing like that happens at our ceremony. But
if stuff like that does happen, that's the stuff you talk about and laugh about later.
Laugh about it, right.
But we're really excited because my brother is performing the ceremony, which is very special. Our children are the attendants for the wedding, my daughter and Alan's daughter and 2 sons. So that's special. And then his 2 nieces are our flower girls. So it's just the family. We're not even having anybody sing. We're making the ceremony itself very short and sweet. And then we're going to get to the reception because we just wanted to be a party.
I'm excited about everything, obviously, the ceremony and everything that we're planning. But seeing those boys in those little suits.
You're so excited.
Oh my gosh, when we went to the tailor to get them altered and then seeing them put on those suits and just imagining what that little tie is going to look like along with their shoes. I cannot wait to get them dressed up and do their hair all nice, and they're going to look so handsome.
You were more excited about seeing them than you are seeing me, I think.
No, that's not true.
I'll tell you what, we were so, because the boys, Cole and Dylan, they're, 2 different, there's toddler sizes and then there's big kid sizes. And Dylan's a little small, little size 4, little 4s are falling off of him. Those 4, he's a little tiny thing. And we couldn't find matching suits anywhere. I was panicking. I didn't know what we were going to do. We were trying to compromise. We went online and bought some suits that just something to have them matching. Walking through Target one day, I'm reiterating the greatness of Target, and they have suits in there now.
Yeah.
Not just for kids, but for grown men.
Target has no ad, hashtag not an ad.
We're not being sponsored.
They've got really nice children's clothes.
That Cat and Jack collection, they didn't have when Emma Kellie was a little girl, but she's still able to wear, like, she's ready to move in. She's tall for her age. She's getting ready to move into the women's size clothing. She's already wearing a size 8 shoe. And so, just a minute, she'll be wearing my shoes too. But yeah, so the Cat and Jack collection, if you're looking for a really cute boys stuff, so we got their suits there, except they still needed to be altered. So it costs more to alter the suits than it did to pay for the suits.
I think it costs 3 times the amount to alter the suits.
Absolutely.
Than it did to buy the suits.
And then when I was looking for bridesmaids dresses for the girls, this is stuff we didn't include in the timeline on kellyandalan.com. we go look for bridesmaids dresses and they want to charge you $200 and $300. And luckily for me, when I was shopping for their dresses, it was Easter time. And because of that, they had so many beautiful dresses out anyway. So I was able to find 2 matching dresses for $70 each, which is still, a little bit much for girls that are going to outgrow them. But when you're looking at $250 bridesmaids dresses, I saved a ton of money there. Same thing with the flower girls.
And they're beautiful. I mean, beautiful dresses.
I think so,
but
too.
All the children are beautiful, and they kind of make the clothes look better, I think.
Yeah, but so we had to save money somewhere because I work in radio, and I don't know if you're familiar with radio people, but they are known for drinking a lot, especially when it's open bar and they don't have to pay for nothing. So our bar tab's going to be probably pretty bad from this wedding. So if we can save $5 or $10 anywhere, put it towards the price of a cocktail.
Maybe the non-drinkers will balance out the drinkers. No?
It doesn't matter because with receptions, which I found out the hard way, if there's an adult, if you do the open bar concept, if there is an adult in that room that is ages 21 or older, if they drink or not, they're being charged as a drinking adult.
Oh, yeah.
It was either that or pay by the drink. And I didn't want to have them to be behind the bar cat scratching.
Nah.
How many people had drinks.
We want people to feel, and we've talked about this before, we want people to feel like it's a party where just let your hair down, have fun, have a drink that you want. Hopefully you enjoy the food and just come and, celebrate with us. We want you to feel like this is a great experience.
Yeah, I know I'm getting a lot of grief for being cheap, but I want people to have a good time.
No,
my whole thing
isn't cheap.
It's not cheap. And my whole thing was with certain guests, I'm not going to name names right now. They're like, yeah, put me down to bring a guest, but I don't know who I'm going to bring. I was like, no. You don't understand, because if you tell me you're bringing a guest and I put you down for a +1, they don't show up. I still got to pay a couple $100 for them to eat. And I know that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's drinking and eating. So anyway, I hope I don't come across as a cheapskate. But the ones that come, you can eat and drink as much as you want because you're there.
And along that same theme, one thing I'm really excited about, I'm sure we can talk about this, are our custom cocktails that we have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So we have you have a raspberry
sparkler.
Because it's your signature drink.
Yeah, when we went to the place where we're getting married, they the chef brings out these fancy meals and everything. The presentation's beautiful, and we hadn't even thought about our signature cocktails yet. I normally drink a vodka soda. There's not really anything exciting about a vodka soda, so I was trying to think, well, what can I do different? Anyway, we're sitting there, and one of their drinks is a raspberry sparkler. It's champagne with raspberry chambord, and I'm like, my name is Kellie Raspberry. The wedding's taking place 3 days before 4th of July, which is the sparkler theme. So raspberry sparkler is my signature drink. I was going to let you tell yours.
Oh, thanks, babe. Yeah, you were kind of going there, so I was just letting you go. But my signature drink is a Manhattan, Allen's Magic Manhattan.
Because that's your drink.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, a Manhattan is it's whiskey, it's sweet vermouth, and sometimes a bartender puts bitters in a Manhattan, and there's also I can never pronounce this, maraschino cherry. Maraschino cherry. Yeah, so it's kind of a sweet whiskey drink, and I started drinking these. I have friends in Louisville, Kentucky, who are actually coming to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like you, babe. I always drank vodka drinks. A martini is what I usually drank. And I got hooked on these Manhattans. So I just love them. Not every day or every night, but every once in a while.
My mother thought Alan had a problem because every time he'd have a Manhattan, he'd post it on social media. And so when your wall is filled with nothing but pictures of your cocktails, my mother's like, are y'all out drinking too much?
Well, I was trying to do a bit where if I have one in Miami, it's Manhattan in Miami.
Right.
Manhattan in.
But all my mother sees is that's a lot of drinking.
Yeah, so I cut that out. So anyway, the Manhattan is my signature drink. Okay, Allen's Magic Manhattan.
And Kellie's Raspberry Sparkler. And I guess we can start. I don't know how much time we have left because I forgot to hit the timer button on my phone, so I'm just talking. We're good. So for dinner, let me tell you what we're having.
Okay.
We're having, because everybody's excited. They want to know. I don't know. What kind of steak are we having? I forget.
I thought it was a tenderloin.
It's a tenderloin.
Yeah.
We're having tenderloin and then this pecan crusted chicken, which I'm allergic to pecans. Not where I die, but where it's like uncomfortable and I have to go, my throat because it itches. Anyway, Alan tried that chicken and you loved it so much. You said, sweetie, I don't care if you're allergic. We have to have this chicken.
Tell you what, I'm not a big fan of nuts on my chicken, but that was good chicken with those pecans on there.
Yeah, so that was good. So I'm just going to like try to eat around the pecans and eat the steak. And I don't remember the vegetables and stuff. That's kind of like beside the point. And then the vegetarian option is cheese tortellini, which was really good.
And we didn't think we'd have many vegetarians, but
we have
holy
8.
moly. I thought we had 12.
I need to go back and recount.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's a pretty high.
Now I'm panicking.
Well, that's a pretty high percentage when you think, well, I've got about 190 people coming, and then 8 to 12 are vegetarians.
Oh Lord, do you think it's 12?
I thought it was. Maybe isn't that more than the general population?
I don't know.
No.
And then we've got, okay, so then all the kids, we think we're going to make chicken fingers an option for the little kids and their little appetites. Oh no, all the kids want steak and chicken. Yeah. So they're all going to get steak. So I was like, thanks. But, I want them to feel special. It's a special occasion. So that's what we're doing.
But that's one thing we did I'm sorry, babe. When we were planning, we took my boys to the venue to do a food
tasting,
food tasting. And that was so fun. It was me, you, and Colin Dillon. And the boys were actually responsible for picking out some of the side items, too, which one of them was fried cheese balls, I think.
Yeah, we're doing past hors d'oeuvres during the cocktail hour, just so we can, get some family photos before the reception.
Too. I can't wait to try those.
We'll make sure they get you some. Honey.
Oh man, those are good.
And then for the dessert, we the very first thing we did, the very first thing before we booked a venue or anything, I believe, was we got the cake. Because this lady in my church went to my mother and she says, I do a lot of weddings. You have to use this place called Red Raspberry Cakes. I'm like, well, duh, how could we not? The name again. And so the cake is a red raspberry swirl. And is it white chocolate or is it lemon? I think it's white chocolate. So it's different layers. It's like the red raspberry swirl and then a layer of white chocolate and then a red raspberry swirl and layer of white chocolate. But the very top layer is going to be that chocolate chip.
Yeah.
That you liked.
Mm-hmm.
So Alan's groom's cake is going to be this vanilla chocolate chip kind of cake. But the very top piece that we saved for our 1-year anniversary, I'm letting that be your favorite.
And mine is if I remember right, they designed it for me, but I just gave them the direction. Hey, I like magic. I like cards. Something kind of magic related.
Yeah, it's going to be magic related.
I can't wait to see that.
And because we got engaged at Reunion Tower in Dallas, whenever you see any kind of landscape, the aerial view of Dallas, there's always that big ball that's flashing in the sky. That's Reunion Tower. They're making little Reunion Tower cake pops.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're doing about 3 dozen, I think. Just as like that was their gift to us.
Yeah.
So it was really sweet. And what else are we doing?
And they do all of that. Just one more thing about the cake. They do all of that out of their house, which was really cool. We went to their house and they showed us the different options. And those ladies there were.
They're sisters.
So sweet. Yeah, they're sisters.
Sisters. So one of the sisters runs it out of her house and they both do it. So it was really fun using a little, I like supporting like little small businesses like that too. And another lady we're using for the flowers, it's just her, a fresh approach. We're using her and she's doing a beautiful job for us. RadioDJs.com. Everybody, we have them every Friday. You hear a different DJ on Flush the Format on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Those guys are good.
The head DJ.
The man.
The godfather of radio DJs. Mike Morris is going to be the DJ. And so we're just going to have a big fun party. And we can't wait. I mean, it's going to be a honeymoon for us right after the wedding. But we can't wait and get to share with you on social media immediately. We're leaving the country, but we're going to we got to remember to do that, to tell them we're leaving the country and change our long distance service.
That's right.
Because we're not.
If you have a cell plan and you say you go to Mexico and you don't change it that week to an international plan, man, you'll come back with a $200, $300 bill.
Oh, it'd be more for us because Mr. Addicted to social media. And we want to post stuff from the wedding too. You are addicted, honey.
I don't know that I'm addicted.
Yeah, you're addicted.
Well, no.
You are.
Okay, well, I'm addicted. Does that mean now that I accept that I have a problem?
Yeah, you accept you have a problem. I'm not mad at you. It just is what it is.
Right.
So we need to do that. But yeah, so just follow along. I appreciate everybody tuning into the podcast. We're so excited. In just a couple of days, I'm going to be Mrs. Evans. I love you, baby. It's going to take me a minute to change my name legally, though, because we're traveling.
I love you, too. It's okay, baby.
But I can't wait to share with everybody on social media. So don't forget, whatever, your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, it's hashtag AbracabooYES.
AbracabooYES. And our website, KellieandAlan.com.
Yes.
And also, one thing we always like to mention, if you have anything you would like us to talk about, any questions about anything really, send us an email at podcast@KellieandAlan.com.
Podcast@KellieandAlan.com. And so remember, if you're loving what you hear I hope you're loving what you hear on A Sandwich and Some Lovin', not only check it out on iTunes, but subscribe to it. And that way you'll get a fresh new episode every Thursday. And leave comments there too. We'd love to hear what you think about it.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.